bip bit it boom. Woo!
We are back.
We're back on a different day.
I know. My mind is boggled by
Sunday?
this. It's Sunday today, yeah.
Yeah, we've changed it up, thrown it up.
It's still Monday for you guys, but it's Sunday for us.
Sunday for us, so closer to home.
Yeah.
We had the BCB party last night,
Yes.
where everyone got frivolous.
Oh, God, yeah.
to put it nicely.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. I think, so previous to COVID, we used to have like a social every probably 3 or 4 months. Just,
Yeah.
it was a good
The only one I knew was Halloween. You definitely had a Halloween one,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah, Halloween was a definite. And then normally there'd be like a couple of barbecue ones in the summer or a Christmassy one. Like, so yeah, 3 or 4 a year normally.
Yeah.
And because of COVID, we've not had one for like 16, 18 months, something like that. I don't even
Has it
know.
been that long?
Yeah, it's well over a year.
I
Yeah,
remember
got
the
a year and a
penis
half, year and a half.
picture from Halloween.
Oh, yeah, the guy who had the fake penis. The
Yeah.
Scott.
And he just like, tell us when you spot it, kind of thing.
Yes, yeah. That
Say
was
when
it.
you see it.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody came as like, they came in like a kilt with a massive fake penis.
It was massive. as
Yeah, it was
well.
literally like dangling on the floor. But anyway, so we haven't had one for ages. Everyone's been dying to have one since we've got back. So yeah, everyone let loose and everyone got very
We let
drunk.
everything loose.
Yeah, we got like a temporary alcohol license,
Did you?
and so we had a bar. You have to because we
Oh,
had
of course.
we had like a bar set up in there, and one of the local companies, they literally had some stuff on draft. They had loads of bottles and cocktails and ales and literally everything, and it went down really well. Everyone seemed to really enjoy the fact that we literally like turned it into a bar for a night.
Yeah, you
which
did,
was-
because your reception area became a pub.
Yeah, yeah, it worked out really cool. Everyone got smashed, like I said, and worked out really well because this was our first time trawling things with the Hop Vault, the company that did it, and they've been wanting to set up like an almost like a mobile bar that you can hire, and like so you could just set up in anywhere if you're having a barbecue or a get together, you could
Yeah.
just do that. So we were kind of the trial run for them, and I think they were very happy with the outcome as well. I think it worked out for them quite
So
nicely.
essentially, you could get this temporary license every time you want to hold a shindig.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you had
It wasn't a lot. It was
for about 60 odd people in there last night, and
probably
it
about
looked
60.
to the eyeball. If you just looked around and glanced, you'd have been like, there's about 30 people there.
Yeah.
So it's shocking how big.
I was going to say that really did surprise me, like how because when we sold like 60 or 50 odd tickets, and then there was obviously some extras, so it ended up being about 60 in total thereabouts. Everyone kind of congregated towards the front of the gym as well.
Like when you have a kitchen at a party, everyone's always in the
everyone
kitchen.
just ends up in the
Yeah.
kitchen, and but we could have doubled that number probably and still been really comfortable,
Yeah, definitely.
which was quite surprising. So that's always good to know for going forward. But it was a great night. Drank a lot, ate a lot, and I'm not particularly feeling a drink today. But for you guys,
I
I'll
know.
battle
I
through.
was honestly going to be like, do you not want to?
Like,
I'm sure they would let you off.
because I'm driving anyway, so I'm literally going to have like a small glass because I'm not stopping tonight because our whole routine's all over the place.
It is. I'm a bit miffed at the non. Well, no, because I suppose we had a bit of a get together yesterday. But
Exactly.
It's the chill in the movie and the bit afterwards I like.
Yeah, same.
But-
Same. Yeah, it's always nice because we come in, we do this. Actually, we spoke about this last week, and I'm going to put it out there, see if anyone thinks about it. I said to Lex, have you ever done any reaction videos? And, I've seen loads of them that are they're getting quite popular with people just literally reacting to watching a film, and they just pull out like the best clips, like, of people's reactions to it. That's something that we could do. We literally just like record the podcast. We go downstairs and eat food and watch a film. So if we just set the camera up to get our reactions, and then we could like chop that together afterwards.
And pretend like we're watching the movie through a paid-through revenue service.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
now
thanks,
let's watch
Netflix.
this on Prime Netflix.
Yeah. So if anyone would like to see us do some like reactions, and we could go through like, I suppose everyone would just tell us what we'd want, what film we should react to next
Yeah, I get it.
in the comments and stuff. I guess that's how other ones I've seen are.
Oh, I saw Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Because I heard so much shit about it. I was like, oh, well, here comes another sucker. Didn't mind it at all.
It's not bad, but it's not good.
It's
I think
the character choice is odd.
Yeah, it just feels it's such a shift from the last one. It feels very jarring.
Yeah.
Like it felt, especially in the first half an hour of the film, it was like, how many times can we say fuck?
Yeah, see, I knew you said that, but I actually didn't notice that too much, and I was ready to notice it, and I still didn't.
Oh, really?
Like, I know what you mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it wasn't overwhelming to me.
I think because the last one was so PG, because there was like
So I've
no.
wiped the last one from my memory.
That's probably a good thing. It's
It
because
was
the other
so
one was
shit.
still so fresh, because there was no blood, there was no nothing. Can you
Yeah.
remember, like, the enemies were like, they turned into like fucking dusty stuff?
I barely remember it. I just remember being really disappointed and annoyed, and then I never watched it again.
Yeah, like it's obviously a more modern version of it, but in The Mummy, when they're killing all the enemies and they just turn to dust. That's practically what was happening in it. So it's like obviously a good get around to have violence in there, but not bump the rating up to a 12 or a 15.
They always take the rating up. Who cares about the 12-year-olds? Sod the 12-year-olds. They've got enough of a life ahead of them to enjoy shit. Bugger them off.
That's the thing, though, isn't it? Like for studios and purely looking at numbers, the wider that audience is, because like how many? Not just the 12-year-olds that they're not getting. It's the two parents that were taking them, or the one parent. Or
Yeah,
do you know
which
what I
is
mean?
what I actually hope the streaming side of things will negate.
Yeah.
Because they're not looking for that, turnstile figure so much, and so that we get those higher rated films.
Yeah, you'd like to think so.
Last Batman, the one with Bane, ruined because it was a 12.
Yeah.
Ruined. Could have been such an
I don't think it was
epic
ruined.
movie.
I thought
I
it was
do.
still good, but it was no. I think
It could have been so much darker, so much more visceral. It could have been like genuinely one of the best Batman films ever made.
yeah,
It really could. It could have rivaled the Joker one.
yeah, I know.
It had all the potential,
It did.
and I still love it, but it just could have been
Out of
undeniable.
Nolan's Batman's, what's the rank? What's the order for you?
From
Best to worst. So Dark Knight obviously going to be the best.
well, without doubt,
Yeah.
because one will never see that guy again.
Yeah.
And he left with such a legendary performance.
It was amazing.
I don't think I'll ever do. I mean, if Phoenix, what's he called? Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. He did amazing job.
I've still not seen that yet.
What?
I know. I've been
What?
I've been holding off.
What?
I want some time.
What?
That could be a reaction video there.
What? I watched that. I haven't seen it for ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we do a reaction to that? We can't do it
Okay.
today, but maybe next week.
And put it on this channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's do that.
I don't know. Do you want to? Or it's probably better on this channel, isn't it? Than on your main channel.
I
Or
could
it'll
put bits of it
one.
into videos on mine, main one.
It'll
But
get-
we could do reaction ones.
It'll
We
get,
could just start doing reaction ones on mine. Who cares?
get way more views on your main one, but
Yeah,
then
we'll do.
it's,
But we need to do it with more up-to-date movies because you got to have the buzzwords of the Buzz movie.
yeah. We'll just trial it. We'll trial it on the CREWCast channel.
We'll see.
If
We'll have a play.
if people like it, it might be shit.
We'll see what people say.
We might literally be like watching the footage back after for some reactions, and we just sat there like this.
Just both of us, invested in our own minds,
Yeah.
with nothing on our faces whatsoever, just dead
Yeah.
zombie faces.
No
And then
talking.
you just like, "Geez, I watch a movie."
I'm just like, can you pause it for a second? I need a word.
Yeah.
And then we just,
The only interesting point is how many wee breaks there were. Yeah.
that's literally it.
Oh Jesus.
So we also spoke about potentially, because we've been asked several times for like some heavy topics on the CREWCast,
Yes.
and one of them was around getting girls, or just
Well,
like
I think we do both. Is getting girls, because obviously we're both legends at getting girls. Have never had any failure whatsoever and have a
I've
foolproof plan.
Never failed ever.
Never ever failed. Got
Got a
the
blueprint.
foolproof fans.
Yeah, you can click the
Undeniable.
link in our bio
Yeah.
for $9.99 for the full group.
Click the link in the bio for $9.99, then click the other link in the bio for the refund. It's the automated refund. But we could also do getting over breakups.
Yeah.
Because I've had that tons in my DMs recently.
Yeah.
It's been a big thing. So
the
that's
full
what we're gonna talk
full
about today.
cycle.
The full cycle. How to get the
Meeting
girl, and how to get over
being with
losing the girl.
them, not being with them.
Yeah, why not? It's a good one. If anyone's watched on YouTube, I am completely got my concentration is with you guys, but I'm also editing myself in my pants so I can put up my Instagram post because this week has been so busy, and I've literally come straight back from filming another Street Fight episode today.
Yep.
I got choked out. My neck is killing me. I've got my esophagus is still not back in place because we did top 3 chokes that you might be able to achieve in a street fight.
Yeah.
And then a wild card Ezekiel choke.
Oh shit.
Just because they're funny.
Yeah.
Well, they're not funny, but
No, they're definitely
they're
not,
a
but-
weird one.
Yeah.
And so I just finished coming straight here, and obviously jumped on the podcast with you. So
Yeah,
I mean, it's all
editing
in,
him in
and
his
now I'm
pants.
editing my Sunday post of me in my pants. So we'll see if I'm
currently,
allowed to be in my pants on Instagram.
Yeah, he's currently using that bulge tool.
But it is called the bulge app.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's currently working on that bulge.
It doesn't look too bad actually. I'm not
decent,
mad at that.
Is that a bit of bell end though? Or is that just
Well, I'm going to
the wrinkle?
smooth.
All right,
I'm
yeah.
going to smooth just in case. I don't think it is, but we just smooth in case.
Yeah, it definitely looks like there's a...
I'm going to remove all possibility of whatever.
Smooth things out.
Although,
just put a cucumber.
yes, just I do sometimes contemplate doing like stuff like that when we're
Or
doing.
just Photoshop the edge of an aubergine coming out the side.
I sometimes I get those thoughts in my head when I'm doing really serious work. I'm like, what if I just put a banana down my pants now and see if anybody noticed? And you're wearing something really, this must be really clean and cut and stuff. Just like,
see what anyone says.
Let's see how many photos we get before somebody goes,
Yeah. So that's obviously the first step in attracting a woman. Having a photo with
fresh fruit. Make sure it's fresh.
Yes.
You don't want mushy bananas down your pants.
Definitely
that's a whole different scenario.
No.
Yeah. Banana mush down your pants.
Yeah.
Fragrantly nice.
Yes.
Texturally, probably not the best.
No, you need to shower immediately.
Where should we start then?
Well, I guess we start at the beginning, right? So I suppose
If you're on your own.
I would say I guess it's the kind of the mental preparation beforehand, like what place you need to be in, because I think your confidence and your comfortable, your level of comfortableness, is that
your level of comfort?
Yeah, your level of words today aren't with me.
That doesn't defeat my words earlier.
Oh god.
So my video guy Jake was leaving, and my brain simultaneously decided to say, "Nice to have you. Drive safely," and he came up with like literally. I'm not even exaggerating, was it?
It literally just came out jumble, like baby speak.
Because it came out as it was like Indies, like safe driving, double guns. It was ridiculous. And as I was doing it, I could hear it coming out of my mouth going, and my brain was going, "What are you doing?" I don't know.
I guess that probably just made it worse though, because then you're just like factoring in another. Just checking I put it in there. I couldn't remember, and I was just like, "Did I bring it in there?
You did a reveal to see if you put it in for doing the reveal."
Yeah, I was just doing a check.
Nobody cares about the YouTube reveal anyway.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's only us two that really.
I just genuinely was like, "Shit, did I actually put it in the box?
Did I put the bottle in there?"
Yeah, I just have to double check that we had.
Lou just opened the crew chest to see if he'd put the drink in there. Let's open that and then we can go into a chat.
Okay,
so
alright.
In today's
Pretend you didn't see that a second ago.
We have the finale of our Pirates grog.
Oh, it's not the final. There is still one more.
Is there?
Yeah, there's one more.
The penultimate
we'll have
bottle to our finale bottle, which we'll carry on probably later down the line because I feel like a whiskey next week.
Yeah, definitely.
You talk it through.
Whilst
I edit my bulge.
Pirates grog, spice infusion. So this is
not a normal spiced rum.
So there's actually little bits of sediment in there and stuff like that. This is you
can it's like the ginger.
Yeah, it's exactly the same as that, and I think it does say on there that there may be some little bits and pieces in there. So they've got two spiced ones. This is just their normal plain spiced one, and then they've got a honey and spice, and that's the remaining one.
Let's save that one.
Yeah, well, the thing is as well, I was like, the honey and spice.
It's gonna go down easy.
It's gonna, because it's gonna be sweet. You're gonna knock that back super easy, and because I've got to drive, I've got to have like a small little glass.
Stupid work getting in a stupid way.
I know. Having to be an adult is a pain. Also, to be honest, it's probably not the best thing that I drink again. I did have a fair bit to drink.
You didn't seem bad when I left though.
To be honest, I'm one of those people that I still appear fairly sober even when I'm drunk. And I wasn't bad. But even it was still enough for me to wake up feeling a bit shitty this morning.
Oh really?
Yeah, but again, just don't. I think all the pizza I had didn't help too.
Well, that's
dehydrating.
That will super dehydrate you on top of the alcohol.
So yeah, the combination of both probably not the best. So I'm currently just struggling to get it.
See, that plastic wrap on the top sucks.
Where is it? Oh, there we go. Because it's got those perforated edges. I can't see it.
I'd change it for like maybe a wine. You know, one of those wine things where you peel it off.
Yeah.
A
Or
little
can't they?
foil wrap.
Sure. Like I imagine there's more cost to it, but like the
just
little
look-
wax seal.
I know. Yeah, that.
How
would
cool is the wax seal?
definitely-
And
they
that
were cool. If you wax
that would
every
work.
bottle, that would be sick.
That would work perfect with
that would. That
Pirate
really
Stripes
would.
brand. Right. Should we go in with the pour?
You go
Which one?
cheeky pop.
We want to
See if
pop a
there's a
little bit of ice in your.
Oh yeah, ice me up. Ice,
Do you want to
ice, baby.
grab that?
Is it skull? Are we doing one skull?
Yeah, just one skull.
Okay.
I thought just a little bit of ice on this one. He's a spiced one, so he should be.
It should be quite palatable anyway.
Right then.
Ding 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 diddle, ding ding.
Pop
Ding,
test.
ding, ding. Yes, cheeky pop test. We do like a cheeky pop. Ooh,
Naughty.
it was a bit of a naughty one, but it's going to be with that narrow neck.
Yep. All these naughty narrow necks.
Naughty, naughty neck.
Do you want me to pour you?
Yes, please. Thank you, sir. It's a pourer, not a glugger, too. Oh, no, it's a glugger. God, my brain's not working today.
Yeah, forgive us, mate. We are both
Oh,
retarded today.
do you know I forget what a good simple rummed smells like? When it's
We've
spiced?
had a lot
'Cause
of
we've had randoms,
yeah.
like
Not a
odd
lot
flavors
going on.
and things, and now you smell that. That does make my brain go a little bit like, ooh, what's that? Oh, is it party time?
That smells really nice.
It does smell nice.
Is that your quad? Your quad's very hairy in that picture.
Yeah, that is my quad zoomed in.
That's a really hairy
Hairy quad.
quad.
I know. I need to buzz my legs now. Anyone? Number one buzz on the legs for the old.
Yeah,
Quad,
to be fair,
quad zoomies.
I actually did that after you told me. I
Just
just
like
like
3 hairs off your leg.
yeah, all 7 of them. But it lasts ages. Your leg hair grows
Yeah,
super slow.
It does super. Yeah,
really,
so
really
slow.
fucking slow.
That's why it's worth doing.
Yeah.
Because it's a chore doing it, but once it's done, it's like 2 months before you need to do it again.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it took me long to do. Maybe like 10, 15 minutes or something like that, I suppose.
Oh, did it?
Maybe
Oh, I
maybe
don't
a
know.
bit longer.
I'm bent over, turned around in the mirror, trying to get spots. Bloody hell! Getting up to the butt, gonna blend it in, bit of fade.
A reverse fade into your anus. So
Yeah,
do you
buzz right up.
do you just go straight over the gooch as well? Just
Yeah,
work your way
luckily
all
my
up?
gooch isn't that hairy.
Yeah.
But I do make sure I go all over. If you're gonna have bald legs, you can't have like a furry butt and bald legs, like a furry peach butt, and then like clean legs, can you? So you
No,
gotta make
that's
sure
a
it's
fair
all the
point.
same.
Yeah.
So I would suggest having clippers that aren't communal if you are gonna do it, because it's going over some regions.
Yeah. But yeah, you were definitely right though. It literally lasted ages. I can't remember when I did it. I think it's my leg hair is back to like full length now, but it's got to have been about 2 months. It
Yeah.
lasted, so
I'd say so.
that's not too bad for the time investment anyway. So, should we go back to the topic? We were saying that, like,
Okay.
or I was saying, I would say the number one priority or the first kind of step is where you're at mentally, like what your confidence is at.
In terms of if you've just come out of another relationship or just generally.
So your experience talking with women, your kind of confidence, in general, where you're at if you've just come out of a relationship, if you've never had a relationship, all of these things are gonna be really important factors. And also, like, how many times you've been rejected, how many times you've been successful, that's going to play
God,
into...
your brain works so well. I didn't even consider rejection rates.
Because
Because we're legends and never had that.
Well, exactly, yeah, that's
So
something
it's-
that obviously we can't help out
Never.
with. But if you
I've
follow the blueprint...
never been crushed to my soul and felt like I should weep in a corner ever.
No.
No. I've never seen my heart literally break before my eyes. Yeah, that is a good point. That's a good point. So I mean, let's deal with. Let's just deal with if you have a. Let's start with you're not got the confidence to just walk up to a girl and start talking.
Yeah.
Where's your jump off point for that?
I always think, and I've said this in one of the podcasts before, that you just need to get confident in approaching and talking to people in a non-date or you're not trying to get a number.
Biggest.
You're literally just trying to talk to somebody and trying to have like an organic conversation. So if you're not comfortable doing that with girls, so assuming you're a guy who's interested in women,
It doesn't matter, does it? Really, goes. It's gender neutral.
Well, I suppose.
I would say.
Okay, so if you're approaching somebody of the sex that you're attracted to, that's probably going to be a bit more challenging than somebody who you have no
so
sexual
you're
interest with.
Yeah.
So, firstly, just get comfortable. Like for me, get comfortable just talking to guys, because that would be less intimidating, easier to kind of strike up a quick bit of conversation
Yep.
while you are doing random things, while you're going shopping or whatever else, and you need to ask for a size.
That is
different
it. Yeah,
size of clothes.
simply just reaching out to somebody who's not looking at your screen and say, "Excuse me," and then leading into a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, because
Sure.
that's it. Like
baby steps.
that icebreaker, and also it's amazing when you start to get confident in that initial approach, how quickly other people will get comfortable in your presence.
Yeah, because you give off an approachable. You give off a vibe that is connective.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yes.
You're engaging.
Yeah.
And
And it's not always that way. Like sometimes people might be very awkward, some people might be a bit rude, whatever else. You're going to get that, but that's a really good thing to kind of learn from as well. One tactic that I've used, and it's something that I do a lot of the time to settle people in quite quickly, and I find it works very well. Obviously, most of the time, if you're meeting somebody for the first time, there's the kind of, "Hello, mate, how are you?"
Yep.
And it's always like, "Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. How are you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm all right." Which that's nothing. It's a pointless conversation.
Yeah.
So I will always, when I ask them how they are, and then they'll normally say, "Yes, I'm all right. How are you?" I'll say I'm fine, but then I'll make a further comment on that, but like other than, and then I'll say something.
Don't leave it a dead spot.
Yeah, and even if it's something silly, like there's always like something going on, but like, "Yeah, I'm fine," other than I've got like a really stiff neck. It's like, when you just sleep funny and then you wake up and your head feels like it's twisted off, and it's something that most people have experienced, so somebody can laugh, and then that's something that gets the conversation going.
Yeah, that's true.
Like or you're in a rush for whatever reason, something's gone on, you've been waiting at home for an Amazon delivery and now you're rushing for the rest of the day, or
Just something.
little things like that.
Yeah.
And it disarms people quite quickly, gets a potential conversation going, and it doesn't it like can negate that awkward silence after "I'm okay, thank you."
Yeah, because that is a complete and utter dead space that leaves you. And if you're a panicked human being talking to other people, there's that. Gotta fill the space, gotta fill the space, gotta fill the space. Don't leave that air, don't leave that. Oh my God, say something. Say something now. Say anything.
Yeah.
This is the longest nobody has ever. You
Yeah.
end up just spiraling.
Yeah.
Whereas if you do have that leading point of giving them, then if they dead air it, you know that they're a bit.
Yeah. And again, that's it's normal.
Yeah.
But I would say get comfortable with talking to people that you aren't attempting to approach, and then go from the opposite sex or the sex that you're not attracted to then the sex that you are attracted to, but not necessarily like, say, somebody who isn't your type, but you just want to talk to them again. And then it's like kind of breaking up, like, I don't know, building up to working towards people that you're attracted to.
Yeah.
And the more confident you get with random conversations, the easier it's going to be.
Because you start to develop the mechanism to be able to carry and hold a conversation and not leave the dead spots, and the ability to carry through with a new start point, a new jump off point, and you just learn them. It's like taking a photograph and editing or filming something, and you learn start and stop points and midpoint. You just start to just get a rhythm with things.
Yeah,
it's like anything.
Do you think chat up lines work?
No, unless you're doing them ironically.
Yeah. Yeah, potentially.
I mean, you can do silly little things like, but they have to be in a non-creepy way. So you could walk in if you've been speaking to people for a while, you started to build a bit of rapport with somebody, and you can casually just book in. Like if you walk in, you go, "Hey, beautiful, how are you today?" But you chuck it in there and like, "Hey, beautiful."
Yeah.
How are you today? No, but if you just chuck it in like as if it's another casual word, it's like, "Hey, beautiful, what are you up to today? You're looking good."
Yeah.
Little things like that. And if you see what the reaction is, if you get a positive feedback from that, you're like, okay, cool, that's good. And if you get the negative, then take the hint.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing I would say is a big point. Stop. Don't try and pile drive something that isn't there.
Yes. Yeah.
Take
hints.
Yeah, take a hint.
Read the room.
Yes. If it isn't there, it isn't there. And I don't care how much you're infatuated with the person, how much you think you can grind them down. It's not worth it. It's not likely. And how many opportunities are you missing when you're focused solely on that one dead zone,
Yeah. And I do think, do you want to have a sip?
True sip.
Yeah. Clink.
Cheers, mate. Oh, I haven't had this for a while. I had a double whiskey the other day after work, but other than that. Oh, that's delicious.
Ooh.
Sweetness followed straight away by spice and heat. What is that sweetness? It's delicious.
Ooh, that is so
You
nice.
sure that's not the honey one?
Nope.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, that's super sweet.
Not overly sweet. The spice definitely overwhelms it within a
Caramel.
second. Caramel. Oh,
That's
there you
it.
go.
That's where I can taste it. It's
Yeah.
caramel. That's super palatable. I think the fact that we've got it with ice as well has taken neutralised a lot of the heat or anything.
We had it just with one ice cube, and yeah. So Pirate's Grog, just which is something spiced. Was it?
That's just spiced.
It just says spiced.
Yep, that's their plain spiced.
So their plain spiced rum. What's the percentage on that one?
37.5.
So it's not too evil either. You can sip away on that and not be too bad.
No, not at all.
Not going to be devilish.
So going back to what you're saying, you slipped in a compliment as well, saying, "Oh, you look nice."
Yeah,
that is something I do my best to do. I can't do it all the time, but whether it's male or female, when you greet somebody, give them a compliment. It's a really easy way to put somebody at ease, and but then also judge your compliments. So maybe not the first time you've ever met somebody, compliment them because you have nothing to compare them to. You can be like, "Oh, you look nice." So I look like shit actually today because it might be a bit random.
Something they've got on or something they're doing.
Yeah, you can say, "Oh, that's something that's not creepy." Saying that "Oh, I like your shoes," or "I like your hair looks good today," something like that. It doesn't have to be weird and creepy. But again, this is to
I love how we're assuming people who are weird and creepy, but it's a good
a
assumption.
lot of these things can be misconstrued.
They come across the wrong way. You're right.
Yeah, so the delivery's gonna play a part in it, and I do think so. I've been around people that have told me that dating is like a numbers game, and you've just got to the more you attempt, the better.
I don't know if that's true because I think you would get exacerbated, and then when somebody kind of does better than the other people, you're like, oh, something, and go for it. I don't think that. I think
it's wrong.
One of the main thing I would say is don't go hunting for it. Just be openly aware, but don't worry. Let's just start that off. Actually, don't worry about being alone.
Yeah,
be good in your own confidence, and be good in your own. There's my brain. See again. Confident. Be happy in your own company, but surround yourself with friends when you need to have that human contact. So don't be alone.
Yeah.
But don't. It is absolutely fine to be single, and you have plenty of fun, and you can be going out. But I would say get yourself out, go to events. Don't sit in your living room watching Netflix on your own experience. Like, why aren't I meeting anybody?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, sense and sensibility.
I think people sometimes would approach it as almost like they're two separate things. Like approaching somebody that you find attractive is like a completely different experience to just talking to somebody normally. Whereas they're not. It's a bit of a sliding scale. That conversation that can start off completely casually could then lead into flirtation or whatever else it could be.
Exactly.
And you're probably going to be much more successful starting that off without making your intentions clear from the get-go, because that can be intimidating forward. And put people off.
Maybe that person isn't looking for anyone right now. Maybe they've just come out of a relationship, so maybe they're not open to that. But if you start talking to them as a human, as an equal, as just somebody you're interested in as a person, then they can see you for who you are, rather than somebody trying to hit on them.
Yeah, because that's the thing as well. I think if you're going in and you're just looking for a shag, then
that's a different ball game.
I was going to say that is a different ball game.
That's not what we're talking about.
Really. Your approach to somebody
is a numbers game.
If it's artificial, that's not the person that they're going to end up in a relationship with, because you putting on a bit of a persona and trying to act a certain way for them. That's not really you.
Yeah.
So I think just going in a bit more organically, just like you're talking to anyone, I think that's definitely a better place to start, in my opinion, anyway.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would definitely agree. Ooh, good timing, mate. Go, you whack that. I'll do it.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Just going to pause and come back.
I could feel it creeping.
You could. That was 29 minutes and 10 seconds. I nailed it. Killer.
Right.
Yes, because I'm editing my penis as we talk.
That's half an hour of penis editing gone down so far.
Oh, God, yeah. No, I am at the stage of postage.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not just being all penis.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 80% penis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. I forgot to smooth off that one. Oh, God.
Have you posted it?
Do you reckon that's not bad, is it? You can't see anything there. I mean, you're having to squeeze
To
in.
be fair, from a distance, it's because it's the Y pattern on the pants, and it looked like that's a ridge of like your bell end.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I
But
can't change that anyway.
When you look closer, it's fine. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to adjust that.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's cool.
It'll be alright,
It's
mate.
not my bell end, people.
No.
It's no ends of bells.
No.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-ling-ling-ling.
So,
Where we get to?
are we, like,
Before we
I
got back to my
suppose,
penis.
so that's kind of, I guess, prepped.
Well, yeah,
Get 'em.
let's cover the bases again. So one, don't worry if you are single. It's absolutely cool, fine. Try and enjoy it. In fact, the world is your freaking oyster. Get on adventures, go explore, go do things. Don't sit around thinking, why have I not got anyone? Find friends, go join teams, go try new stuff, try and meet people in random places. These are all the things you should be doing, and just be openly aware whilst doing them. And you might just come across somebody when you least expect it.
That's probably
It's
it
the
as
best
well.
way most
Yeah,
of the
that's
time.
it. If you're going out specifically to try and meet a girl in a bar or do this, that, and the other, like, don't get me wrong, that works as well. But going and doing things that you enjoy and then randomly coming across somebody else who's doing the same thing that you enjoy is probably a very good start to a relationship.
Well, because you're both doing something
Yeah.
of similar nature already.
Yeah, and also how much easier is that conversation going to be? Because say
like-minded.
it's something quite specific in terms of even the gym. The gym is a very common one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then okay, that's something now that you both have in common. You both train. You both have you know a large overlap. Training's still very different, and there's a lot of variety.
That was
But-
a face.
You okay, right?
I was going to say something, and I had pulled the face ready to say the thing,
Yeah.
then realised you got more to say, so then retracted the face. So it just looked like I had a minor stroke. Go on, keep going, and then I'll bring my point in.
That was it. So like, there's a lot of variety in that, but this is just like one example. It could be anything. If you were into like mountaineering, or if you're into motorbikes, or if you're in, like, you'll come across other people with similar interests, or you know, obviously there's going to be certain things, and this is a guy talking about somebody who'd be attracted to women. If you go into things that are definitely going to be a massive sausage fest and you're never going to come across women, then chances are you probably won't meet
We've
somebody.
all been to that, haven't
But,
we?
like-
You've rocked up, and it's just like sausage festival
Yeah.
nation.
Yeah.
And you're like, awesome.
Yeah, but like I said, it's
Guess-
putting yourself out there, different people, and yeah, I would say the perfect situation would be where you'd meet a person with similar interest to you in an organic environment. Yeah. What was the face for, mate?
The gym.
Yeah.
As using the gym as a place to meet people because it's like a like-minded thing.
Yeah.
I tend to think the gym is a bad place to look for somebody.
Yeah.
Don't join a gym to find somebody. is my
Oh, no,
point.
no, I wouldn't
Which
do
is
that.
what some people do. Join the gym to go work out, pull ugly faces, and do cool shit. You know, and if you meet somebody who likes your ugly faces and things, that's all great. But girls, because I'm assuming there's some girls that listen to us and things,
Yeah, there is.
don't go in there all dolled up, making your priority the fact other people are looking at you. Go in there and
Just try
put some work in yourself, enjoy it, and see the benefits of that. Don't worry about those around you, because trust me, seeing a girl not give a fuck, looking sweaty and kicking ass is pretty hot.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And knowing the intention.
If I see a girl working out on a treadmill, flipping her hair back and making sure her face is okay, I ain't interested in that person.
Yeah, that's a very fair point.
And that's the type of guy you've got looking at you in a gym. Guys who are into training, being sweaty, getting gritty. So why would they want a girl who's clearly prissy and bothered about sweat and, you know, that?
Do it,
Yeah,
trying to look perfect.
because they're
all the
not.
time.
And that's when what happens. And then the guy will meet that girl and he's dead into his training, tries to get her dead into his training. She does it for him. She doesn't really want to be doing it. Causes, and I've had this relationship, causes eventually it's like a breaking point because they don't want to keep doing it, but you like the way they look when they're doing it. It's not really them. They're doing it for you, which is unfair on them. And it's unfair on you because you like that type of look and that person, which isn't them. So they're not for you. And I've had that. And eventually it does the cracks show.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I'm just using it as an example because I know that there's been like friendships and relationships at our gym, but the one thing that is different, and this is obviously my own bias because I don't train in a commercial facility anymore, and I know that there's so many girls specifically that will get creeped on by guys, but that doesn't happen at my gym. So maybe me saying that is just me kind of, I don't know. I haven't got full visibility of what it used to be like being in commercial gyms anymore because it's been such a long time. I do keep hearing stories. And I'm like, oh, thank fucking God I'm not at commercial gyms.
Well, I was at a commercial gym, wasn't I? Mm-hmm. And yeah, some people are in there for a fashion show. Yeah. Like the trainers match their wristband, which matches, and I look at them and just think, douche.
Yeah. Yeah, what's the point?
I do. Honestly, to my own honesty, if I see that and I see somebody who's in there who's freaking wearing All Saints to training and stuff, I just look at it and go, "Oh, you're hard work. Don't even want to know you.
Yeah,
you're too much hard work."
Right
off the bat, I can see.
Yeah,
I can see you'll be more bothered about your hair and something else than having fun climbing trees and doing,
Yeah, exactly. But then also saying that, like, that person is for somebody else. So there's, everyone has their type, and obviously you're saying what matches for you.
I was talking about guys.
Either way,
just like I see a guy just like that, I just go, oh no, like, and I'm assuming.
You mean you're not interested in guys?
Yeah, no, unfortunately not. Sorry, boys. Sorry. I appreciate love though, from my big gay fans.
Yeah. Watch this post about to blow up.
Yeah, no. He says not interested in guys, about to put out me in giant red pants.
Yeah, and it's
penis up.
A photo of you next to you.
It's me next to me, so it's the perfect version of the person.
Can I ask you a question? Because I see these like dual photos all the time. I don't get them. Can you explain?
I'm doing flexed versus unflexed.
Okay.
And the only reason I'll do a dual one otherwise is if it's not a vibrant enough photo. Like, it makes the eye look at it more. Yeah. Because you're like, what is going on? Oh, yeah, okay, that. But it gets that snap attention.
Right.
But I will always match up the center points. Yeah. So it's literally a mirror image of itself. So even that it crosses into itself. Mm. So, like, the hand will merge. Like, so if I'm taking a picture with the phone and the phone's in the middle, I'll try and, like, merge where the phone hits the phone perfectly line for line. Yeah. So it creates an image that makes your eye go, what is going on? Oh, yeah. And then you caught them because at least they pay attention to it. Yeah. Whereas if it's just you taking a picture in a mirror, like every other guy taking a picture in a mirror, then it's just bypassed.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I see them quite a lot, and I'm just like, why are you showing me two pictures of the same picture, basically?
Yeah, that's literally the reason.
But, okay, all right, that makes sense. And, like, obviously, that wasn't a critique. I genuinely was
I
curious.
take full offence from that. But you see what I mean? On the last time I did my pants photo, it was that, see?
Yeah, yeah.
So you would notice that more than if I did.
Is that the same image, or is that?
That's the same image, just flipped. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just mirror the image.
Is that you and Gerald?
And it's also because if the length of the image is too long to fit in a 5x4, it allows me to fit it in a 5x4 by creating a dual image. Yeah. That was the reason I did that in a.
Okay. No, it makes sense
because I couldn't fit it.
Okay.
The image was too long.
Got it.
Yeah. Hacks.
Life hacks.
Life hacks.
So I suppose we got to touch on dating on websites.
Oh well, I can't really comment. Not done it. Not really done it, and not because I haven't had the chance, but because I don't have an interest in it. Mainly because from what I've seen from friends who are on it, it's just basically online syphilis.
Yeah,
it's nasty, dude.
But
apparently some better ones.
Yeah, I've been in a relationship for like 12, 13 years now, so there wasn't no such fucking... Well, there was online dating and all that kind of stuff, but it's weird. Back then, if you did online dating, you were such a loser. You were such a loser.
Now it's super normal.
Now everyone does it. Yeah. It's really weird how that's flipped and everyone does it. Like, you would have got heavily judged.
You reckon? Like, heavy?
Like, yeah, people used to think that was such a lame thing to do. It's like, you mean you don't just go out and talk to people? You fucking weirdo. Like, but now everyone's just like, oh God, no, I don't talk to people. I just message them and then hope they come around my house. And that's where it's at now. So I can't comment on it. Lex can't comment on it.
I mean, I can comment in this respect. If you want to go on there to just
get your boys sucked,
fuck, then I'm pretty sure it's quite a good place to be. But for me, I'm not that kind of guy. Like, I don't get enjoyment from sleeping with multiple people, one after the other. I may as well shag a melon. You know what I mean? To me, I need intimacy. I need a lot.
You need to eat ass.
I need a lot.
That's what you.
We've ruined that noise for so many people. Every time we do that now, you can do that. You can use that, people. You can take that.
Yeah.
Next time somebody says something, you think, oh, that's such an E-task comment. Just go, oh, why don't you just, and they'll be like, what? It'd be like Ross in Friends when he does the double tap for the middle finger.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Why don't you just, make that a thing? What were we talking about?
Oh, you were going to say intimacy.
Oh, yeah.
For-
I mean, I don't need, like, the movie, look into my eyes.
He needs to...
and then music starts playing in the background.
Mold a
I
vase.
need a connection with a human being of like-mindedness. So, because to me, part of that is that keeps you in... It makes you more likely to be in tune with one another, and the whole thing that is there. Whereas I have done that years and years ago when I was single for like 6 months. And I decided, I was a doorman at the time, and I was like, I have never taken advantage of being a doorman.
Yeah.
I've never taken advantage of being a doorman with hair.
Yeah.
So I took advantage for a bit. I made myself ill because I got that busy, and I thoroughly did not enjoy myself. And
You were gonna be like, I made myself ill with an array of STIs.
No. Just I ran myself into the ground.
Yeah.
Just my immune system plummeted.
Yeah.
Just from activities.
Yeah.
And I realized that if you if you opt for randoms, you will get the most unsuitable connectivity. And it's just because I'd never done that before. I'd never experienced it, and I was like, oh my god, this is awful. I would rather be at home doing it myself.
That's a fair
And that's an honest opinion.
Yeah.
And I've had that ever since. And I do not understand these guys that just go out and smash every weekend unless it's the same 4 or 5 people they're doing it with, or don't know. If it's just randoms every single time, I'm like, you don't know what good sex is. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're just counting numbers and getting the notch.
I would imagine that's probably all the case. It's for the ego and just being like ticking off.
Yeah, I really honestly feel that's what it is.
Yeah.
And that's when you see them all of a suddenly become, there'll be this like relentlessly single human being, and then there'll be one person, they'll be like, I found the one.
Yeah.
And I think that's what that's come from.
Yeah.
Is people smashing absolutely needless people, and then they find accidentally somebody who fits with them.
Yeah.
And then they go, it's so different and so much better.
Yeah.
Oh, they must be the one.
Yeah.
No, you just cottoned on to somebody who was more in your field, in your zone.
Yeah.
And there's actually more than one of those.
Yeah.
But you only just found that now because you were just shotgun tactic it.
Yeah. No, that's a fair point, isn't it? So I guess in that sense, the apps and everything else that are out now for a shag, that'll work. But for dating, I suppose there probably are some that, because I've seen there's fucking a million different ones that all have their own little niche. But there's got to be ones that are just like for people that aren't looking for a.
No, that's
for
what I
a
was
shag.
thinking. There's
I don't know
what was it called? There's one Bumble, isn't
I've
there?
heard of
And that's
Bumble.
when girls can only message the guys.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's obviously you just put your stuff on there and the girls message you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I mean, demasculating. Like, men can't be trusted to chase the women anymore. You're too creepy.
Yeah,
and I think,
but unfortunately,
really,
a lot of the time that is the case.
I mean, it is. You well done. You guys have ruined it for everyone. But I mean, I do think it's a bit because I think it does that not put you on the back foot from the beginning? Like, gives a power to one side immediately.
I think.
I mean, maybe it works in reverse as well. If the girls having to contact the guy, the moment the girl does contact the guy's like, gotcha.
Yeah, maybe.
So it could be negative for the girl as well.
I have no idea. I imagine they've obviously done it for a reason, and it's obviously
It's just a different niche, and it's just different. It's just how they differentiate themselves from every other app. They were like, you guys and girls can be on it, but the girls have the power. So you know,
I can see why, because if we were going to be going through like, okay, let's see who's gonna. What is it? Tinder? Is that the one?
Bumble. Oh, Tinder's the syphilis
the swipe
online.
one.
Online syphilis. Yeah.
Okay, so if you were like, I would imagine, I don't fucking
all
know,
the AIDS.
but like if you look at the amount of swipe towards whatever direction when you like the person, swipe right.
Swipe right is good. Swipe left.
Okay, so the amount of guys that swipe right compared to the amount of girls that swipe right, the guys probably have a lot
just
more
hammering
volume.
Numbers, bam, bam,
Yeah,
bam.
whereas girls, the probably volume would be a fair amount lower. I
wonder
imagine.
if that's true in today's day and age.
Who knows? Because there is something that's.
But there's
like,
another one that's come out, and it's called Hinge. think it's called Hinge.
Yeah.
And that one is apparently not full of just people looking to get down.
I imagine that's probably how they all started, though. And
Oh
then
yeah,
it's a
Tinder didn't start like
You
it, like
either-
it is, but
you either live long enough. What is it? You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
yes,
That is it for dating apps.
it is. But I do think like when Tinder started out, there was still like that stigma, and then when the stigma lifted, that's when everyone jumped on Tinder and it became what it's now become. Oh yes, good call, sir. Have you got the lighter?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We smoked all the other bigger cigars, so we're back on our miniatures.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have 2 of the miniatures to make up for.
Put them in both in your mouth at the same time.
Not at the same time, yeah. But I'm gonna prep it. He goes, oh, I need to buy some more of those. God, when did we go through all that? He says, using we as an excuse.
I was gonna say I haven't done these.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's so it's a funny old. Anyway, Tinder. It doesn't. I'm not shitting on it completely. I still know people that have met on Tinder. Yusuf, who does the fight series, who was on this podcast a few episodes ago. He met his girl through Tinder, and he's super happy, and she's nothing like what we're talking about. She's, by all accounts, lovely girl, very caring, and he's super happy. Also, Yusuf got signed to Bellator.
I saw that. Yeah, that's
Signed to
amazing
Bellator.
news.
Yeah, it's really amazing because he almost got signed to him a few years ago and got injured. And then he almost got signed for some other big fights. Well, they were in the works and then he got hurt. So I said to him, I messaged him the other day going, obviously, congratulations. When he comes down, we take him out for food, celebrate and do that jazz. But I said, every time you got injured before, every time one of those things fell through, it was because this was your moment.
Yeah.
Now's your fucking time.
Yeah.
Because he is in his prime now.
Yeah.
Like he's talented. He's cerebral and gifted.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. It's in November. Do you want to come?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, we're cool.
100%.
I don't know where it is though. It might be an island. If it's in
Yeah,
Ireland,
that's cool.
That'd be even cooler, wouldn't it? Because we get to go out there.
Yeah. You get the ferry.
Get the boys. Oh no, not doing a ferry.
You can fly. Have I flown to Ireland? I have, I think, maybe once or twice, but
It's so fast to fly to Ireland. You can't even finish your coffee that they give you on the plane.
I like the ferry. I do.
Ugh.
I fucking love it.
Oh my god,
I used to have a great time.
that's not a good place for me to pick up anybody. Ugh. Unless they like watching somebody lie across the floor and just sit there going, "You're on a train. You're on a train. You're on a train. You're on a
Oh
train."
really? Are you not a fan?
I'm terrible on them.
Oh,
Don't know, it's just to do with the ferries. I don't know because I can go on anything where there's air blowing on me, like a speedboat or something like that. I'm fine, but it's the slow rocking motion of Chunder Central. I threw up purple once on a ferry, and I wasn't eating anything purple.
Threw up purple.
That was it. It was purple. I didn't even throw up stuff. It was like I threw up a colour. I was so sick. I threw up colours.
Oh god damn. Oh, I like it. I spend time in the arcades because we used to go in our van, so we used to get into the truckers lounge, so they'd look after you with.
What's that?
You've never been? Oh, of course you. Yeah. So because obviously a lot of the stuff that's on the ferry, it's commercial.
Yeah.
So all the lorries, all the truck. There's a special truckers lounge, so you have a private lounge.
What the fuck?
You get like your own special, like they cater specifically for you. And then there's like accommodation that you can have, so you can like, because depending on where you're going from, because it was, they've changed the port now, haven't they? I can't remember what the port is now.
Well, Dover? That not the main one?
No.
Oh, a little spider climbing up the wall. You know how I leave the spiders alone and don't kill them?
Yeah.
I think they've all had babies and now my house
No,
is
you've got a
overrun
million
by spiders.
spiders.
Did you see that spider that crawled up on the desk the other week that I put up on stories?
I don't think so.
Bro, this thing came up over the top of the table as I was editing.
Mm-hmm.
It came up over the ridge and it was jacked. He just fell down, didn't he? It was absolutely jacked. Let me look at it. And then I put it up on stories going, well, this was an interesting little interruption to my editing process. And I put it up and I put like a little speech bubble and going, all right, mate, just popping in to say thanks for all the flies, made some gains. Because I've been on like a genocidal run killing all the flies. Because fuck flies, they're assholes, they make noise, they fly at my head. I'm like, the whole of the outside world to be in. And you're in here flying at my head. Get dead. So they do. I've gone through many fly sprays. I've literally killed thousands and thousands of flies If they ever rise up and get bigger, I am done.
They might all like stack on top of each other to
Just form a giant transformer fly.
yeah.
Why is there so many pictures of me in pants on my own phone? This is ridiculous. I need to start clearing out my phone. This is ridiculous. Look at it. Look at it. Pants. It's not
Someone
even,
would pay a fortune for that.
It's not even a thing I do often. So how are there so many of it? There's me in your gym in pants. And apparently there's another bit of pants. I don't know where that pants was. And now obviously the pants ones I've just taken. I am... Oh, unbelievable. Where's the spider? Come on. There it is. Look at that. Right. Ready? I'm going to turn it to you. 3, 2, 1. Reaction.
He's beefy, he is.
He's a beast, isn't it?
He's got some thick legs on him.
Well, apparently, it's a false widow.
Ah.
And you've got to be careful of them. Because they can give you a nasty little bite. Which I assume isn't that little. So, yeah. That was the fellow that came and interrupted me. Put him outside. Didn't kill him. Somebody was like, everyone was like, kill it!
I saw
I didn't do
the
anything
biggest fucking spider. It was literally like, and I've seen a lot of spiders. This was fucking huge. It was like that in our house. Bearing in mind, we've not seen like any spiders in the house for quite a while. Like since we've been in, we've bar like these tiny little ones. And then we saw this fucking monster.
Beast.
And I did kill him. Normally I won't,
Why?
but I think he was too big to let him live. He would have come back. He would have come back. I was like, I'm sorry. Normally I was just like, he was sentient.
Caesar moment. Oh, I like you, but you've got to die.
Yeah, pretty much. He was just like, you are too good
for the good of the country.
It was all about balance, and he was throwing the world off balance by being so much of a beast.
God, I can't believe he killed it.
Yeah, and like,
what'd you kill it with?
I just like got some tissue and just went, got him. He was crunchy as fuck as well.
Cruel, mate. I couldn't do it.
I don't like killing him normally, but
Why
honestly,
did you just put him outside?
Because he would have come back. I did not trust. I would have had to have put him in the car and driven him like a mile down the street. Because otherwise, I know the next day he'd have been like, "Hello, you cunt."
Hello, you can.
Just hanging over the bed.
With just his front legs crossed.
Yeah.
Like, well, I can't what you can.
All right, mate.
Do you know how far I've had to hike my way back here?
Don't give me 4 fucking hours, mate.
4 hours, I've killed 3 cats.
Yeah, I was just like, he's throwing everything off balance here. He's going to have to be finished off. But yeah, normally I don't. Or, like literally everything else I will.
Let us know, are you a spider killer listening to the podcast? Let us know. Spider killer or spider saver?
So I don't care about spiders, to be honest. Like, I'll happily leave them. They don't bother me. Emma hates them, but she doesn't want me to kill them either. But yeah, with that one, I was like I said, he had to go. He had to go.
You sound like a ruthless drug lord. Oh, I loved him, but he had to go. He's my brother. Yeah. But he had to go.
Yeah.
He knew too much.
He did. He fucking did. He knew too much. Like, honestly, the size of him, he's got to have had some intelligence to him. He was like, you know what I mean? He was like the spider overlord. You know, in Starship Troopers.
The main bug.
The brain bug.
Brain bug.
He was the brain bug.
Before we get back to the relationship conversation, what's my... Oh, see that reaction? I'm like a goddamn cheater. Do you know, I caught a pack of hummus that slipped out of its cover mid-air today with the same hand that it slipped out of. That means I beat gravity to get back to the hummus. Full tub of hummus. From like chest height.
Potentially, it could be, though, that you've consumed so much that you've created your own gravitational pull that works between you and hummus, not metal.
I do love hummus.
Yeah, just you attract hummus.
Why do you always make me breathe in the smoke? I nearly died the other week when you did that. Right, what is my caption for my pants dance? This one. It's flexed versus. Should I just put...
Not my bell end.
Should I just put...
Don't...
Not flex flex.
Don't ban me Instagram.
Not flex flex. Please don't ban me Instagram.
Yeah.
Not flex flexed. Hashtag red pants. They're falling apart. There was a bit at the back.
I know. Yeah.
I think they've been. Oh, they went in the case. Where they were in the tin. They should be all right.
Yeah, we had it.
Hello. Yeah, that one's quite well packed.
Did you see the vast amount of people that wanted to see Peg Leg Lex?
Did you see the amount of silly pictures I got sent?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. The people obviously wanted to see Peg Leg Lex.
I like the fact that some of you took the time out of your day to make the worst peg leg pictures of
Oh,
it
they were
going.
so good.
The one with just a 2x4.
Yeah.
But the one with the pirate's hat, patch, and parrot.
Yeah. I think that was
The
Brett
patch,
who did that.
the patch, the hat, and the parrot were actually pretty decent.
I know, yes. People obviously want to see it, mate. I know it was only like 3 people that sent stuff in, but I think that those 3 people indicate a much larger audience.
No, I got more than the 3 that you
really?
saw. Yeah, I kept getting loads of silly ones. I got about 8 or 9.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There we go, then. That's a real strong indicator.
Where are we at in the actual conversation?
Okay, so we done. So the dating on apps, I think we both probably say,
Be careful.
yeah, just be careful. Yes, it's a tool to use, but
I also think it's full of people that are a little bit, and I'm if you're on the app, take this with a pinch of salt. There's a little bit of desperation with people in there just trying. I think there's that because they're not out and about. It's the same desperation as trying to find someone in a club, trying to find someone at a party, trying to,
yeah, like you're actively pursuing
the
relationships.
desperation's easily spread through an app because there's so many more people. So it's kind of like, oh yeah, they might be right. Yeah, oh they're close enough. Like, if you're going to be on it, at least just be what's the word? Targeted? No, that's what. When you're selective, be selective.
Yeah.
Be a little bit. No, just be a bit. Like, actually, no, I'm going to have a real narrow standard on this.
I can't imagine that because like I've been in a relationship for a long time, so I'm trying to.
I'm only going off people who've been on it. So a mate who's been on it, and he's had it numerous times. He's met someone, and they're so aware that people on apps are like smashing around that they try and. So it's not desperation. That's probably the wrong word. I do take it back. It's when they find them and they think, oh, I like that person. They want to shut them down so quick to get them off the app and make sure that it's they're interested in them and them only, so that they don't lose it. And that's what I mean by desperate. Not desperation as in like they're a desperate human being, but desperation as in like, oh God, this might be somebody.
Yeah, they're
once
almost
they've
rushing
met,
into it.
Yeah, they're rushing.
Yeah,
like to get them off that.
I can see what you're saying.
So is it just so we're just seeing each other now? Is that it? We're just seeing each other because everyone's so aware.
Yeah,
of people on apps are
that'd
multi-dating.
be the thing. I think like now, if I was single and I met somebody,
You have to.
I don't think I would be using a dating app. I don't know, but I don't think I would. But then if I found out that the person who I met was using a dating app, it'd instantly put a little bit like, ooh, I don't know.
Yeah,
It'd make me like, it'd put me off.
If they stayed on it, it would.
Well, definitely if they stayed on it. But even just like finding out that that's something, I'm like, oh, I don't know. Because I think, fair enough, obviously people are in different stages in their life. And I met, my partner when I was really young.
Yeah.
But at no point was I ever like actively trying to like get a partner. I was just going around living my life and just what things that would arise, and I was never like trying to pursue that. And if I was single now, I can't imagine me like thinking, right, I need a partner, I need to settle down. Like I'd just be living my life, and then if somebody
that is the best way to be.
If somebody like met you that was compatible and things worked, then I guess people feel that societal pressure of you need to be married by X date, you need to have kids by X date, you need to have a house by X date, and
you do not.
Yeah, like you don't need to do fucking any of that. It's all bullshit. Like if you wanted to be single for the rest of your life, then that's also okay. Like if that's what you want to do, and then you enjoy your own company and you've got a lifestyle that makes it hard to have a relationship, then why not?
As long as you're happy, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, let's do it. Let's do a pause on the video so we don't have any blackouts. I want to keep our blackout-less poddies
blackless
on. Yeah, we want to keep them blackless. Probably get racial incentive on that one.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think about it like that, but then I was just like, oh yeah, probably.
Can't use the colour word.
Yeah.
Oh, so black's not a colour. Technically, people. So yeah. What were we at? What were we at to? What did you just say?
I forgot. My brain doesn't work.
I know. Sorry, I turned us off on a daft, non-racist, which was just a joke. By the way, people don't get sensitive.
What did we just say?
Well, I went on about the app thing and people rushing through. You said about
like
never really looking for it.
Yeah, if you weren't ready to be in a relationship, or if you don't want to be in a relationship, then that's fine as long as you're happy. That was, I think, the kind of bit that you summarised. So, like, I don't know. I think
it's by no means easy, but I do believe that if you just don't look for it, but stay open, and even if you've just broken up with somebody, I know emotionally, I'm going to be a bit callous with that. but we'll get onto it. Just always just try and stay open to possibilities or potentials and things like that, because missing opportunities and missing openings can be some of the silliest things you'll do for something that is essentially finite.
Yeah.
You could give up something that is forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's silly.
I agree. Definitely. I think in specific tactics as well for meeting somebody, I don't think you can give out these like general guidelines of things that we've spoken about, but in terms of like you need to do X, Y, Z, it just, yes, it might work 9 times out of 10, but it's not going to work for everybody. And is it going to work for the person that you're with, or are you going to be able to pull it off? I think the main thing people are attracted to is people that are comfortable in their own skin, which is a skill to be developed over time. And I think that is going to be one of the main things, like letting because when you're in a social situation, and if you're somebody who really struggles to let who you are be visible, then that's going to be very hard for anyone to make a connection with you.
Everywhere you go, you'll be chameleon, matching the people around you. Don't do that. I've known people who are experts at that, and I spotted it real early on, and I could not gel with those people, that person at all. And everywhere I went, I could see them change to adapt to the person they were with. Yeah, I was just like, it used to actually really bug me.
All right.
It used to take away from the situation, because you could see them faking it to make it.
Yes, there was people
that leave me agitated, like, oh, shut up.
Yeah, so getting comfortable being who you are, and getting comfortable being able to kind of show that true personality in different social situations. Then people that might be compatible with you because you're able to actually display your personality will be able to see it, and then you potentially make a connection. So, but tactics in terms of you need to say this. I don't think any of that's gonna work. Like, there's a whole science behind all this dating stuff. Like, there's people that study fucking different approach techniques and whatever else. Actually, quick tip though, this is something.
Yeah.
Get the other person to talk about themselves. Like, ask them questions about themselves. Yeah. Because that's something that's really easy to do. You can get a conversation flowing quite naturally. And especially if you're somebody who struggles, if you're very fortunate, you'll meet somebody who's good at talking, and you'll be able to have an awesome conversation, and you don't actually need to say a huge amount.
Yeah. Just listen. Sometimes being, especially a guy to a girl, this is where, be somebody who's willing to listen, because that is a huge thing some people don't have, especially girls with guys, because guys we kind of like suck. We always go. If someone talks too long and we start in our heads, we think of something set. Yeah. So if you literally listen, but actually listen as well, pay attention, and not only is it a good thing to do when you meet somebody, especially who's a female guy, make you feel, but it works the other way too. It's also a good thing to start training in yourself. Yeah,
100%. I remember it was a book that I read, and it spoke about, this was just communication tips in general, but when you're having a conversation with somebody, talk to them and actively listen, and don't just wait for your turn to talk next. Like, make sure that you take in, because that's what a lot of people do. They're literally just like,
all the time. My brain goes, you need to say this, and then whatever you're saying just becomes white noise until your mouth stops moving and there's a gap, and then they go, bunnies need helicopters.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're in a situation where you're dating somebody, or trying to kind of get in someone's good books to potentially have a date, if you have that thing pop up because you're like, oh, that's really important, I should say that, but then they're still talking and that might carry on for another minute and you haven't been listening, then when you pop up with that thing that they said like a minute ago, then be like, oh, they're not even listening to me.
Yeah.
So then that's going to put them off. So yeah, just actively listen. And like I said, if you're lucky, you get somebody who talks.
Nice to work both ways. What else we got now? So we've got that. We've covered a little bit of things. Obviously, we haven't covered everything because it's such a huge topic, but hopefully there's a little bit of things that have helped. What about being in a relationship and maintaining? What about maintaining a relationship once it's going? You have the honeymoon phase where everything's all grand and you go out your way to do everything for everybody, and but then you get to the settle down point.
Yeah.
And one of my biggest things for this, and I think this is people in current relationships, maybe if you find like sticking points or whatever. Here's something, girls, here's something you need to know about guys. If we've had a busy day and we come in and you haven't had a busy day, or you've had a busy day but with no people, and they've had a busy day with people, when they come in, remember, as guys, we just like a little bit of silence sometimes to let our brains kind of just do nothing. Because as men, and this is proven, we have the capability of thinking about literally nothing. And it's proven that women are less likely to be able to do that. There's always something going through their mind. They're working something out, which is absolutely fine. That's how your brains relax. But our brains relax with this.
Yeah.
Toes are weird. And sometimes we need that just decompressive moment after coming in after a busy day, just to reset, and then we'll be happy to talk. But if you come in, and this works both ways, I'm sure as well. I'm sure girls feel like this, but I know the way men's brains work. This is an extra addition. If someone's had a busy day and you've not spoken to anybody and you've missed them and you just want to talk, just understand that if you come at them with a barrage of conversation or questions or do you want to do this, even if they're really positive things like, where do you want to go on holiday, you want to do this, which you think are great topics, to them it's just more noise for just when they just need a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
So if you're with a partner who's really busy all the time, always talking to people, or just need, and you understand they need their moments, understand that's nothing to do with you, and it's not them neglecting you or ignoring you. It's them actually trying to reset, gather themselves so they can be better around you.
Yeah.
And less stressed and less kind of snappy.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, that's them coming home. That's their environment to relax.
Yes.
And this is something that happens, in every relationship. But I guess, just allowing that little bit of patience and just understanding as well that how you think and how you work isn't how your partner's going to think or work. And it's not always about compromising or trying to do the same as what the other person does. It's just most of the time down to understanding and just being okay with the fact that they process things differently to how you process them.
And it doesn't mean you don't have to be around them.
No.
Like, I would happily, it's me and blank, just come in and then say, I know I love tea. And just made me a tea and then sat with me in just happy quietness, watching something inane for just an hour or 30 minutes or an hour or whatever, maybe put Family Guy on, just something that they know they like.
Yeah.
And that would actually make me even more happy that it's just that silence and just comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and it's such a lovely thing if you feel like, I don't want to be neglected. You don't have to be, but it's just the quiet and the calm.
Yeah.
Be the calm that they need.
Yeah.
Be the calm they need.
There's a very insightful book that it's quite old now, and there's multiple different
Before you give away that bang of wisdom, that was look at reaction speed of a cheetah. You see that? That was my caption. That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on my Instagram, look at my caption from yesterday's post, because you listened to this Monday and this was Sunday's post. Pants post. Find the pants post. Tell me if it's
anyway.
Comment on my pants post if you liked it. Tell me if it's good. If you liked my pants post, just comment red pants of awesomeness. If you didn't like it, we'll screw you.
So the book is Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus.
Yes,
so a lot of people will have heard
good.
of that. And it really does break down a lot of the communication issues that go. I'm not saying that this is gospel and it's everything in it is right, but there's going through that book the first time, I was like, fucking hell, this is like he's talking about me.
Oh, yes.
and I think a lot of people have that, and it's not, and some of the so he generalizes things into feminine and masculine traits, and he does even say that not every man will have all of the masculine traits and not every woman will have all of the feminine traits. Sometimes they will swap over, but just understanding how they work and how those interactions kind of affect relationships is quite an important thing. So it's definitely worth.
If you can't be asked reading a book, you're not a book person, you think don't have time to read a book, that's great, Lou. Would love to, don't have time. Go on YouTube, type in.
He did a TED Talk, didn't he?
It's a TED Talk, and it's men's brain versus women's brain, and you should be looking for a guy who has really short cropped hair. I can't remember if he's balding or not, but it's very short cropped hair and he's wearing glasses, and he's really funny and really easy to listen to. It's not boring, and the way he describes it is absolutely fantastic. And sit down and watch it as a couple. If you're in a couple and having issues, sit down and watch that. Trust me, you'll both be laughing and you'll both also understand each other better. And if you're just single, watch it anyway so you can just understand the opposite sex better.
Yeah, definitely. There is some very clear distinctions. And I remember, getting through that book in pretty much a day and then thinking, I'm going to apply these things straight away and see what happens. And it was mad. They were just working. And I was like, and maybe that's artificial because no, it's not artificial. I was trying to see
It's not artificial because you've learned something that you want to implement to make yourself better, and you implement it and it worked, and you're like, okay, brilliant, now I can be better.
I think one of the biggest takeaways, and this was a kind of common issue that me and Emma used to have, was when Emma would come back after having a hard day at work or whatever else, and she'd tell me about her problems, and I'd give her a solution. I'd be like, okay, well, you need to do this. Yeah, that's a typical guy thing to do, is like come up with a solution. Whereas she doesn't want me to tell her what to do, because that feels like I'm like kind of invalidating her feelings. She just wants to tell me, and me to just basically say, oh, that sounds like it's really shit.
Yeah, that must be shit.
That's really hard. Like, that's not really fair,
sorry,
is
that's
it?
happening.
Yeah, and literally just acknowledge the fact that they've had a bad time, and that, which is way easier than actually coming up with a solution. It's a much you literally just need to acknowledge
on your behalf. It's way less energy.
Yeah, you're not having to. But okay, how are we going to get around this? We need to. So you need to talk to this person, and you need to tell them that, and then drop them an email. And in the email, make sure you copy them in so they all know. Like
sometimes that is relevant, but let them broach that subject.
Yeah,
I want to do this. What would you suggest?
Yes, yeah. But I think the vast majority of the time, when women come to you with a problem, or they've just had a bad day and they want to vent, that is what it is. Just acknowledge that they're having a bad time, and say, that's really shit that you're having a bad time. I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah.
Like, I hope venting's going to make it feel a little bit easier. Yeah.
Try those few things.
Yeah, that was something that I remember implementing immediately, and it worked. And I was just sat there after, and I was just like,
I'm a genius.
It was just like I've just unlocked a secret of life.
Yeah.
And and don't get me wrong, like, I don't implement that all the time, because I slip back into Lewis mode, which is just where that doesn't naturally happen, and I will try to, and then I have to, consciously try to think, okay, that's not what she needs. Because at the end of the day, like, you've got to be looking out for your partner, they've got to be looking out for you, and you providing the answer that you want in that situation isn't what's best for them. That's just what you're wanting to do. So yeah, you need to just. It's like giving your partner a gift, and it's something, I've just gone and bought Emma a new Xbox game. She doesn't play Xbox, she doesn't give a fuck. Yeah. But I want it, so I'll give it her because I think that's good. It just if it was a physical gift, you never do it. But all these like exchanges, that is, if you treat those as a gift to each other, you've got to make sure it's a gift that they're going to want.
That will 100% help if you implement it. But you do have to implement it, and like anything, relationships do take work, but I also say they shouldn't take too much work.
Yeah.
I disagree massively with people who go, you've got to work hard to make something work. No, you shouldn't have to work hard and constantly and be constantly like jumping from foot to foot and through hoop and hoop to make it work. That's just, I don't agree with that. That's not living. That's not life.
Yeah.
You should both have times where you can sit down as adult human beings and discuss problems and dissipate them. Working hard to me suggests that you are constantly running around issues and trying to appease things.
Yeah.
Rather than facing them head on, nailing it, moving on. Because if you face things head on and you nail it and move on, you're good. If you face it head on and you both butt heads and it's consistent, then hey, maybe it's not right. Because there's a billion other people in the world, maybe more. How many billions of people in the world?
Yeah.
And there's not one. I don't believe in one person for everybody. I think there's many people for everyone, but there's one style of person for people.
Yes.
And and there is a huge give and take in relationships, and you do have to remove some of the selfishness. I know in myself I'm quite selfish, but then also I have to kind of be because of the job, because I have to have something done by a certain time all the fucking time. It's not like another job where there's a project and it has to be done and then there's a bit of a gap or something's complete. It's never fucking ending. And it's a tough thing for other people to deal with, and I understand that and I'm aware of it. But I'm also aware that might make my opportunity for lasting relationships suffer, but I'm okay with that. I make that choice.
Yeah.
And if somebody is around who can put up with that and understands it, great.
That's good.
Amazing. And I know that those people are going to be rare.
Yeah.
But hey, I'd much rather be able to do what I do, live how I live, motorbikes, adventures, opportunities, I've lived life.
Yeah.
Rather than, I had a successful relationship, but I wish I'd done this. I make those, and you do have to make those hard decisions.
Yeah. I think hard is it's obviously very subjective, and like how you define what a hard time in a relationship is. It is challenging, and like, don't get me wrong, I think you need to work on your relationship. It's not always perfect by any means, and you'll have like.
But you doing the reading the book and doing that's working on a
Yeah, that's
relationship.
effort,
That is work and effort, and that's what I'm not. I just don't think it should be more than that. I think you trying and doing that and implementing and then being consistent with it and stuff like that, slowly over time, little things, lots of little things build up to big results.
Yeah.
I think that's what it should be, not this constant fucking effort.
Yeah,
Trudge.
definitely.
Trudge.
I think that as well. You've got two people going on two separate life paths, which obviously you're in a relationship together, so that a lot of that's going to cross over. But where you and a partner are after a year of a relationship, and you and a partner are after 10 years of a relationship, you can be very different people just through maturing and experiences that have happened along the way. So it doesn't mean that there might be phases as you go through that where you're not as compatible. It doesn't mean that you won't then start to realign later.
Yeah. But also,
But
maybe
you might
won't,
not.
and you shouldn't keep hanging on to a. Don't keep beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
Just because it's become a habit. That's another thing is relationships become habits, and you habit with being a person, and you become the habit of them being there when you come home, and the habit of them having something, and that's not good either. Like just making each other a habit. You have to remember that you're both people that are changing and have interests, and I think you should explore things together constantly all the time. I think you should try and break the mold all the time together. And don't let yourselves become a habit.
Yeah.
Because that's when you get lazy.
Yeah.
And that's when things seem boring and get boring.
Yeah, I get what that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah. It's just doing it.
Don't become a routine for each other.
Yeah. Well, I swear. There is elements that you can't avoid in a long term relationship.
That's what I mean. But don't just become that. Don't let each other become just part of your day.
Yeah, I think that's the similar thing with people looking at their mindset, feeling that they can't. They are who they are. They can't change anything. I was like, no, you can. You have complete control.
Of course you do.
You can make changes, and then obviously a relationship is just that on a different scale. And obviously you can't change your partner, but you can change your reactions to them, and you can change your outlook and other things there. So
100%. It does, and that to me is working. It's working at a relationship. Is that constant exploration to try new things and do stuff and not get stuck in a rut and all that. Because even if you live with your best mate for a couple of months, you piss each other off.
Yeah,
and you'll lie down in traffic for them, die best friend. Yeah, it still pisses you off.
Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't you?
That's just seeing one person for a long time.
Yes. So you have to be aware of that, and so that's in the relationship section.
Yeah. What we doing time wise?
We've got we're going to be a long one on this one.
I need to be shooting
because
soon.
You're going to have to go. So
should we do the end?
It's now 20-8.
Should we now do the getting over?
You done by 8, didn't you?
Yeah. Should we now do the getting over relationship bits on the next podcast, and we could just get on to questions now?
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that.
How long we got?
So we've done being in it.
13
we've done being in it. We've done kind of if you're not in one and you're a bit struggly. Plus, if you're not in one and you're on other stuff, dating apps and whatnot, which that's pretty cool. Being in a relationship, I think we've given some good hints and tips there from what we've learned and what we've also read about and whatever. I'm sure there's more, and if there is more, let us know. Comment sections. That's what they're there for. Yeah. Really good things, and this is a serious subject. Helps people. Your little sentence or paragraph that you put in there. You do not know how many people that might help. So do it. Exactly. Type it. Make it. Also go on my Instagram and comment on my red pants post.
Yeah.
And then next week we will cover getting over a breakup or something like that, or losing somebody maybe, because that is a big topic and actually something really important. Actually, what I did this week was I was in Manchester filming essentially like a men's sit down for mental health with Slater Menswear and the Samaritans. Yeah. And we just talked candidly about dealing with the stress of it through COVID, breakups in relationships and things like that, and the amount of different avenues that we went down there and things that people had suffered. There's about 6 of us on the talk, I think. It's a big subject, and it was all based around mental health. Yeah, and I think that's a big one we can cover in that, the mental health of dealing with a breakup. So we will do that in its own section next week. Yeah, it's a hefty topic, and there's some very important things I'd like to share on that as well that I've learned and helped me over time. Okay, should we get on to questions then? Let's do that. Do my story, although it hasn't been up very long. Let's see what we've got.
We've tricked everyone on this Sunday night.
Yeah.
Sunday night.
I got a few already. Oh, Oh, we've got quite a few. Oh, damn.
Okay. It's all the surprise
how do you guys
ones.
do this?
Yeah, the surprise ones are like
Yeah.
normally have more questions. Oh shit! Actually, I shared that, and I've got some on
See,
mine
if you've
too.
got something else, all right, we'll do back and forth. What was your silliest? Oh, it's the wrong questions now, guys. Here, I'm just going to read them without pre-reading, and if I've stopped talking halfway through, it's because I've read what's ahead and I'm deciding against it. What was your silliest? I just did something stupid moment. That's a good question. Who's that from? Third and Gel. Good question. Oh, third. Is that meant to be Third Angel with a D? No, Third Angel. Oh.
Say that again.
What's your silliest? I just did something stupid moment.
Trying to think, trying to pin it down to one.
I have loads of little ones all the time.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
What's your most recent one that was like a proper? I just done something silly.
I'm struggling with this one. I've done loads, but they're all like. I don't think there's ever been like one that's been major.
You've
They're
never
all
had a
like,
real catastrophe one.
No, they
That's
all
good.
feel like they're all just like little everyday ones. I'm just like, oh fuck that.
Oh,
didn't I?
yeah.
Trying to think. What about you? What?
I have loads of little ones like going to a different country to film things and then leaving kit in that country as I go back and then realizing and getting a message going, you realize you left your microphone, your memory cards, and all that. And just do something stupid. That is constant every day, always something like that. All the freaking day, to the point where I piss myself off. I just did something stupid. It's got to be something to do with like a car when you get lazy and you think, I'll just do this, and then I had like an MR2, like an MR2, and I remember looking at a parking thing with a big curb in front of it, and had a big body kit and everything lowered on it, and I still just drove forward and tried to park it. And I've done it with my MR2, I've done it with my new BMW, and you get that, you just pull it forward and go, I'll just pull it in a bit more. And the moment you start pulling forward, you think, I've just done something stupid, and then crunch. And I've done it on the BM, snapped the front bumper on the front, did it with both my MR2s. And so I didn't even learn.
Yeah.
So my biggest one is that damaging motor vehicles with.
Did I ever say about when my best mate was on the phone to me? He was like, because we used to train in my garage.
I've got one. You just reminded me.
We were training in my garage, so I was in the garage just getting the kit like set up, and he was just letting me know because you could just get in through the garage door. So instead of like ringing the doorbell or whatever, he just was calling me so I could open the garage door so he could get straight in. And he was on loudspeaker and he was like, "All right, mate, I'm just reversing onto you." Oh, fuck's sake. And he literally just reversed. He got like a really low wall, reversed straight into it. And then and I was like, "Oh, what's up?" And he was like, "Oh, nothing." And I swung the garage door open, and then he was just there with like his hands on his hips, just looking at his car crashed into the wall. And he was just like, "Oh, fuck's sake, I'll deal with that later." And then he just went into the garage and just left it like in the wall.
He's going to use that as fuel.
Yeah.
Mine was, I've got one. So a friend of mine who I won't name, Ross Dickerson, he was being a little, he's enjoying his life, and he was messaging somebody when we were away together, but he was already seeing somebody, but it was kind of falling apart, on its way to its end. So he was, broadening his horizons, messaging back and forth, and then we got on the plane to come home together. And as he sat down, he did that, I've just done something really fucking stupid thing. He's on iPhone.
Yeah.
He also owns an iPad. His iPad wasn't with him, it was at home.
Oh, fuck.
iMessage doesn't care what system you're on, it loads on all of them.
Fucking hell.
The other half at the time was sat at the house watching these messages go bloop, 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 between him and his concubine.
Yeah. Fucking hell, what an idiot.
And he was on the phone again, and he just got this one message because he was now on the plane heading back, like about to take off, and then he just got made aware that she'd had the iPad and it was on. And then the bit I did that I've just done something really stupid was I got picked up from the airport by a mate of mine, and we'd watched all the Kevin Hart, where he does that sketch where he's trying to get his best friend to cover for him because he'd been out being promiscuous, and he's going no because his friends just dropped him in it. And we sent a message back to, because Ross was driving home and I was driving the other way, and we sent him a video message going, no, 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 no. I don't want no black, a big butt bitch. I don't want no, the Kevin Hart sketch. And then we realised we sent him that on iMessage.
Yeah. So then she saw
So
that as
she
well.
saw that as well.
Oh, so
the
all
best
you
bit was
taking
he
the
sent us a
piss.
video back going, ah, like, oh no face.
Yeah.
On iMessage.
Oh, fuck's sake.
And then we were both like, and WhatsApp went, oh, we just did something stupid.
We just did something else stupid, fuck's sake.
That was super funny.
I've got a good one here. If you didn't have to sleep, what would you spend that time on?
Oh my God, just picture editing and video stuff and movies.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd get through some movies.
I'd use night time. I'm assuming it's dark, so
yeah, I would. I'd use that for more adventuring because I think I'll work throughout most of the day. So then I'd just go out at night and just, I don't know, I'd play Pokemon Go.
Prowler,
I'd play Pokemon Go way more.
Is that still going?
It is. I've recently re-downloaded it. It's 5 years. It's been out. Yeah, because when I walk into work now, I'm just like, occasionally I'll just catch some Pokemon.
Do you remember when somebody like walked into a freaking river following that, or got run over as well?
Yes, yeah.
Masses. Why is it? There's too many humans for there not to be dum-dums.
Yeah, true.
You get Jack Sparrow's compass. Where is it taking you? It's chasing the sun with me. It'll be taking me to somewhere. That's blissfully peaceful and beautiful.
Yeah, I was gonna say something similar to that. To be honest, it's gonna be like that perfect. To me, it'd be somewhere that was abandoned, so I could then move in there as well.
Yeah.
Like somewhere that's perfect, picturesque.
Yeah, an old disused house that's owned by somebody that doesn't really want it anymore, and you buy it off them for nothing.
Yeah,
and it's just constantly that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think that would be
a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. Would you prefer an always sweaty bumhole or a dry mouth?
Oh God, that's tough. That is tough.
I'm gonna say the always sweaty bumhole.
Because dry mouth would be super, super frustrating, wouldn't it?
I've got a bit of a dry mouth right now, and it's already annoying.
Yeah.
I'd just,
whereas you could pad out a sweaty butthole.
Yeah, I'd have a maxi pad down.
You could, that's the first thing I thought was you could tampon it.
Yeah.
Not the tampon. That's the wrong one. That's an insertion. Don't want that.
You could do that as well. Just leave the end poking out.
Sussed it. We're going with the sweaty bumhole because we fixed it already.
Yeah, completely.
Not a question, but your fashion is 100. Cheers. The next one. Do you have any idea to do a podcast with Jason Momoa? I mean, it ain't happening.
We'll try.
Wow, we can send an email.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah.
I think I'd wait a little bit.
Next time you're in England, you might be able to make a connection through Harley.
Oh, dude, yeah. You never know. In time.
One day.
In time.
We'll keep pushing.
Doing something really cool for Harley that is kind of... I've got a couple of really creative people involved, and us off our own back, we're going to create some content for Harley to pitch to them.
Is that
with the adventure bike?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be sick.
Yeah.
You can get involved in that if you want. Actually, come and be part of the scenes for it.
Oh yeah, that sounds fun.
Drink a litre of orange juice that's slightly begun to ferment, or a litre of slightly slightly curdled milk. Sour orange or curdled milk. I'm going to juice.
Yeah, orange juice.
Juice all day, every day.
Yeah, might get a bit drunk if it's starting to ferment.
That's what I thought. Yeah, fermented. We get a bit of alcohol. I'm going to pause and start the thing again, and we'll finish up. I like how I always say the thingy again, like people know what I'm talking about, and you know, but that people don't. I meant the camera.
The thingy, the doodah.
I'm going to do the thingy with the whatchamacallit. It. It's next to that thingamajig. You good? I'll check it.
I've got one. So, what's the most fun thing somebody could have in their backyard or back garden?
Trampoline.
Is that the most fun thing?
They're amazing. A big fucking trampoline, not a shitty little one. You haven't played on trampolines enough. There's so much you can do on them. Yeah. You can put a dog on a trampoline and bounced it.
Okay, are we being realistic in terms of like the size of someone's back garden here, or could somebody have something insane?
You go with something insane. I've gone with normalised.
Because for me, I would just have like, and I know somebody who's got it. It's literally like their back garden's basically a massive woodland. So I'd say that's way better. You've just got a whole load of woods to play in.
I've got woods nearby. I want the trampoline.
Yeah. Woodland.
What's the best combat sport for striking and best for grappling? In my opinion, striking Thai.
Thai boxing.
Thai or kickboxing. Probably Thai over kickboxing.
Thai boxing, probably, yeah.
And best for grappling, well, Well, I mean, they're the most
So
dangerous people in sport, aren't they? And that is the Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we're talking purely grappling,
They
no
are
submission.
machines.
Yeah, like Greco-Roman. Sambo again is submission based as well, but like,
if you had to pick two, do wrestling and Thai.
mm,
They'd just be. This honestly, wrestlers are they're relentless motherfuckers.
yeah.
Look at Khabib.
Yeah.
Look at how dominant he was. He
Well, that's
barely
Sambo,
lost,
isn't it?
He only lost one round, I think, his whole career.
Yeah.
And the only reason he did that is against Conor, I think, and that's because he just took his foot off the gas deliberately to make sure he was okay for the next round, where he wanted to kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, I saw something that said it was arguable that he'd lost
I don't even
1
think
minute of one round.
So he was such a savage, and he didn't. You can't even say he lost it. If he didn't win it, he gave it away.
Yeah.
So there you go. If you weren't both perfect specimens, would you rather have? Of course, because this is purely theoretical now.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a stacked top or bottom half? Well, if you could build what wasn't perfect,
Yeah.
I would have the bigger legs.
See,
because it's such a good foundation to build the upper.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I'd probably say upper personally.
Really?
Yeah.
I am that though.
Yeah. Well,
Because
I'm
my
probably
lower
the other way
mechanics
around.
have been so fucked for so long, and I didn't realise.
It's probably just because we want the opposite.
We should merge.
Yeah. I think as well though, the trouble with having bigger legs, trousers don't ever fit you very well. They're always just like hard work.
I'd get over it.
Like your legs chafe. Like, I don't know.
I do. Yeah. I mean, my hammies are big.
I have no hair on my legs from there because they just rub together.
Yeah, I'm the same there. I have no hair here on the inner side. Side. I had the worst rash between my legs after expos when we wore those drop crotch trousers.
Oh, right.
The worst. I had waddling out by the third day. It was horrendous. Yeah,
like baby powder up your thighs.
Oh, I had everything on there to try and stop it. It was just agony. Yeah. Yeah, I still do it though. I'd still rather have genetically gifted legs.
I do think it does look cool, but I would say upper body again because it's easier to display and.
But you could build that.
Yeah.
Imagine if you didn't have to work hard on your legs for them to just be awesome.
I don't
splits,
awesome.
all cut and split.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. So to be fair, for me as well, I hold a lot more body fat on my lower half as well. So that's why they're gonna look bigger because they're just gonna carry more fat. Too.
You're still going upper, and I'm going lower.
Yeah,
there we go. So our alter egos would need merging again.
Yep.
Yeah. We just flipped. What sidekick do you rate more than the main character? Oh, good question.
Ooh, that is a good question.
This is definitely. I had this the other day. I had a conversation about this, thinking who was, when you had casted someone main, and I was like, and the side was almost arguably better.
Yeah,
I can't think what it was who I was talking about now because I've immediately in my head gone to superhero movies, but it's not always the case.
No, it can be anything.
Superhero,
like
does it?
A sidekick can just be like a supporting role, I suppose.
But they make the movie. Without them, it doesn't work.
Yeah,
and that essentially makes them more powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to go with Samwise.
Yeah.
In Lord of the Rings, because without him, Frodo's just a fucking failure.
Yeah. Sam, he's the one that
I think Sam's the biggest. That jumps to my mind.
Now you've said that, it's hard to picture anyone that's not that because that probably is one of the biggest kind of like summations of that supporting character that is the driving force behind it all.
Yeah. There you go.
No,
I
can't
that. We're going with Sam.
Yeah.
How many days do you work out? I try and do 5, but probably 4 when work gets too much.
Yeah, 4 for me.
What outdoor activity haven't you tried but would like to?
Surfing.
You've not tried surfing ever?
No, I've always wanted to
go do that in Wales.
Point blank.
I'd like to have a proper go. I've tried it once, but just as fun. Archery. I'd love to have a go with a proper, tension bow.
Yeah.
Reel, not
the compound ones.
Yeah, compound bow.
Yeah.
I've never done that, and I want to do that.
That's fun. That's fun, really fun. The compound bows are mad as well.
Because let's take it one step further. I want to hunt.
Yeah.
I want to go to America and do one where you get it, and you cut the meat and you use it, and you wouldn't be able to bring it back because you wouldn't be able to, I guess, ship it, but I could at least give it to people and they would then be able to eat that for the rest of the year, and you'd feel like you fed a family for a year.
That'd be cool.
If I could bring it back, I would.
Compound bows are amazing. They're so bizarre. Like I'm not a fucking master of archery by any means. I did it for a little bit, and the amount of fucking work it is to draw back a regular bow, and then when you're seeing people whizzing off with the compound bows and the amount of power that they've got, and you can literally just like
No.
the
Because of the pulley system.
yeah, it's literally like
Nothing.
not effortless, but it is. You could do it with like a finger, and just like yeah.
Because I watched Cameron Haynes and Joe Rogan, everyone doing it, and just.
Yeah,
I listened to a podcast with Joe Rogan. You know Chad Mendes.
yeah, yes.
He has his own hunting. I looked at how much to go and do it with him.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
But COVID's fucking him up, so they've not got many slots. But some of them are only like $2,000.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we should maybe
It's
go.
worth looking at.
Yeah, 3 days out on a hunt
Yeah, that'd be really
with
cool.
Chad Mendes.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. And if you don't get Chad, you get other people sometimes, like Glay Quida.
Oh yeah, Clay Guida.
He does it, and there's one other guy.
I didn't know that.
Which I think might even be better is Dan Henderson.
Oh shit.
Fucking Dan Henderson.
That's mad.
Imagine being with that absolute Neanderthal
I
for
know.
3 days.
Yeah,
I'd just be staring at him
I know.
and wondering how his body moves like it does.
I know. Yeah, you just wouldn't want him
I just
to.
want to poke him.
Yeah, I just don't think he likes
apparently
British
feels-
accents
no.
anymore.
Oh, yeah, maybe not. Well, he quelled that one.
I know.
That was the worst knockout. Hard to watch.
Mm.
But here's a good question. If animals could talk, which animal would be the most annoying? Chihuahua.
That'd definitely be up there. Yeah. Are we including insects in that? Because I think a fly.
Do you want? Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
What are you doing? Can I get out? Let me out. Let me out.
Yeah. Really whiny.
I think we've won that one.
Yeah.
Chihuahua and a fly. If you were a ghost and could possess people, what would you make them do?
Oh God, there is so many.
Public karaoke.
We've all seen Bruce Almighty, haven't we?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be
100%.
happening all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Just in the middle of a really important meeting, find an asshole and make him just absolutely.
Yeah. Boris Johnson.
Boris.
Yeah.
Yes.
Boris would get got all the time.
All the time. That would be hilarious. Good call. What TV show character would be the most fun to change places with for a week?
TV show character. Hold on. So and as if they weren't.
What TV show character would it be most fun to change places with for a week? So I assume
So
you
in-
literally
in their
become
world.
their thing, yeah,
Okay.
for a week. Why a
Wow.
week?
A week's a long time as well to be in some
a TV show
world
character.
that's not potentially real.
Because didn't we want to be part of? Was it Family Guy or something before?
Yeah, it's
we
a
opted
family
for.
would be quite cool.
We like Peter Griffin for a week.
Yeah, I
That
think
might be fun.
like
Still might be a good one.
see, I'd
Oh
love to.
god, the video's gone out. Damn it!
Oh shit!
I refuse to have a blackout.
We
So
fucked
I will
it.
hold my camera up. The card got full. I think I left it on 50 frames a second from recording the fight footage.
God damn.
So, character for a week. We're wrapping up on this.
I would love to be in the Witcher world. I've just rewatched it.
Oh, yeah.
I've just rewatched it again, and I was just like, I'll carry Geralt's swords. I'll do
You would be
something.
Geralt.
If I could be
course you can,
Geralt.
you can
Oh
do
yeah,
whatever
of
you
course,
want.
I suppose. Yeah, yeah. Fuck it, I'll be Geralt for.
What a choice.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
that'd be
that
class.
opens so many things up.
Slaying demons and slaying pussy.
I don't think I can beat that. The Witcher.
You could go from someone from Game of Thrones.
Oh, I got one.
Who are you going for?
I got one.
What?
Rick and Morty.
You gonna be Rick?
Rick. I'm ricking it for a week.
That'd be sick.
I'm ricking it for a week.
Yeah.
100%.
Interdimensional travel would be very
Yeah,
interesting.
old. And like, he's so just does what the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
And I'm a genius.
Yeah.
And I can create anything I want.
Yeah. No, that is a good one, to be fair.
I would create something in his world that is able to be transported through dimensions to my reality.
And then, yeah, you
And
can
leave it for
leave
me
it. Yes.
when I get back.
It's a good shout.
There we go.
Very good shout.
That's it. Another podcast, another bizarre twist of events with the camera. 120 gig there was on that card.
People don't
I
understand.
don't understand.
It's because of the density of the
the
information.
information, yeah, it was just like, normally it would be 50 gig.
Yeah. But
But
we
the-
put out so much today that it's just filled that card up so fast.
There we go. Thank you all for joining in again. We hope you have a wonderful week. Make your own energy. Smile. Get out. The sun is back this week. The rain is ending. Have a good one. We'll see you the next time.
Toodle pip.
Toodle pip.